Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Welcome back, my name is Linwood and today we are going to play some Factorio with, well, just the game 1.1. This is a game I've played now for 63 hours and I just want to play the game a little bit. Oh, I shot something and it's nothing really bad. So, hello, let me, well, first welcome you all here. Now it will take some time before you get some players in. So let me just give a very quick tour of the game, or of my world, which is this large, and then we're going to go for a little bit of a more closer look at everything later down the line. So my spawn point, original spawn point, was right over here, right in this smelting array. I've upgraded this just to, well, everything with modules. Now this can produce one full belt each, and I've got a couple of belts here for the iron. Got two for the steel, and this will not make a full belt of steel, but also these things are not moduled yet. Then here we've got another iron. Oh, this is going to steel. Never mind. Got two for the steel ones. And here we have 4 coppers, and here 1 stone array. We've got a total of 6 iron coming in. Those will be created, 2 for the gears. The rest is going to go all the way to the ends. Now this is the whole production site for science. With my own production lines over here and over here for stuff I want, and the rest is robots, science. Well, here's blue circuits. Blue circuits are making locally some more green circuits because, well, you need a buttload of those for these. Do we need to speed up the belts here? I see I haven't sped up the belts here at all the place, but doesn't really seem to it. And here on the top is the science and eventually the science making machines. Apparently we are out of the yellow ones, which looks like just a red circuit problem, which is mostly because we are probably using too many red circuits. Where are they going? They're going here, and apparently, yeah, we're not making enough. I guess so. But science is not the thing I'm upgrading at the moment. Oh, other things. Here we've got nuclear stuff. Which is making, well, these are the Covarex science, which makes me more uranium-235, and those will be used here in the nuclear generators, and this is a generator for 2 gigawatts of power, 2.2 to be precise, but at the moment we don't really need that amount of power yet. We are at the moment at about, oh, that's more actually than I expected, 500 megawatts, so this one is at a quarter capacity. Furthermore, I just expanded my buffers for all the different types of ores. I got a small buffer here, and everything is being loaded off with the robots, which you saw flying around over here. These are 2 unload points, and I've got one here, especially for sulfuric acid storage for the uranium. And here I've got 1 oil and a return line, mostly to northwise, where I've got most of my mines. I've got 1 mine now over here, and 1 which I'm going to set up pretty soon here. But first, I'd like myself a little more area with a lot less competition to actually be able to do stuff here. I also got my very first oil station was over here. My oil was pretty far away, so yeah, this was the closest one. Doesn't really create a lot, but my second one, which is over here, creates still a buttload. And my oil storages are still full. They need to be below the 500,000, or was it 600,000? That is an oil train, 600,000 to be able to unload into my storage. Yeah, I've got all things nicely set up with buffers and stuff, because otherwise I will get problems with resources overflowing from the buffer chest into the normal storage. And at the moment, everything is running smooth. And yeah, so the thing I was actually doing here, and where I just want to spend some time together with other people, because, well, this is kind of boring, and normally I watch a series or a series while playing this game, but I just ran out. I was watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and that one just ended. So yeah, what do I do now? Well, let's just stream and see what happens. So this is evening for me. I am a little bit undertired. I worked 8 hours today, so if I am a little unresponsive, that's the reason. But we're just going to see how it goes, and if there are any people in. And if there are, well, I might do this more often, and otherwise I might actually not do this anymore, and I will keep to streaming in weekends. I'm, again, still figuring out YouTube. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I am trying, and that's because I do like streaming still. Okay, I'm actually looking now around for what I need to do. I want myself a new smeltery. I want to work towards the rocket production. And for the rockets, we need a metric crap ton of machines and other things. Mostly smelteries. And a buttload, a metric crap ton of green circuits, which I'm going to turn directly or with the shortest amount of travel as possible into the bigger circuits. Because we will need... Well, I'm going to try to go for a rocket per minute. So... I'm going to do something similar to this, only not completely. And I'm going to turn them directly into green circuits, and also the red circuit is going to be produced very close. But mostly the problem with the red circuits is, I think, the production speed. I might actually need to module these. You know what? I got a buttload of modules ready. I think I'm going to upgrade this one with some modules. Let me do that first before I go explain what I'm going to do and do that thing. So this might not be... I don't think I'm going to stream a lot from this world. This is my private world, and next time I could stream from this world. There might have been a lot of changes, but I have no clue. We'll see. So I'm going to module these with 3 white ones and a 1 blue one, which will keep the speed more or less the same and increases production by 30%. So can I just do this? No. Okay. Then we're going to remove these. That was one too much. Let me put that one back. And let's copy you over to here. And then from here, I'd like to remove all the machines. I'm going to blueprint them in a second. And that's it. So I don't really have a lot of mods at this world at the moment. I did play with some mods before. At the moment, I think I've got 2 mods installed. Not that many though. There we go. That's all the machines and modules. That's a 30% increase in production without actually spending a lot more space or, well, not have a lot of speed decrease. So that should at least get the science done a little quicker. I'm just doing science more for, well, because I can. I don't really have... Oh, wait a second. These guys also need a bottle of red circuits, of course. Yeah, that might have been one of the biggest problems here. And also, I'm completely out of the tier 1 of these. Oh, that's not good. That might also be a problem. So mostly I just need more production, because this will also be sucked up by my module production. And my module production is taking the speed ones from here instead of producing it themselves. Got some buffer chests here, or provided chests with some red circuits which are overflowing from the blue circuits. But that's not that much as well. It might not be going as good. I might need to triple my red circuit production over here. I can't really do that. Well, I did increase it by 30% at least. I don't really have the space to increase it more. Or I should need to produce it over here. And then ship them in by robots right about here, and then would put it in, but that's a thing for later. For now, I want to work on my big smeltery stuff. I'm going to smelt directly into green circuits, and those are going to be put directly into the red circuits and blue circuits. We need about 20 blue circuits, 40 blue circuits per second, per minute. And how much will that be in total? So 40 per second, 40 per minute means we will, well, one plant produces 6 per minute, right? Yeah. Which means you don't really need that many. Which is not the thing, which is not something that is correct, I think. If I save this game and go towards a game which I know I haven't gotten the rocket per minute yet and tried, then it is this game? Yeah, this one. If we go to this game, this is the end of my last playthrough of Factorio, and here I did something very incredible with the green circuits. I put them directly into green circuits from the smeltery, and this is a blueprint I'm proud of. This system works great, really great. But I've got so many green circuits. Literally so freaking many green circuits. Look at the amount. That's a buttload of green circuits, and these can't even keep up. I think rocket modules were my hurdle here, weren't they? Or were they low density structures? Oh, they're low density structures. Ah, okay. That explains a lot. But how many did I calculate here that I needed? Let's see. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. But these produce... Oh wow, I've got a power problem. Oh no. It's wiggling because the steam things are being annoying. Mostly I just need another steam turbine or another production facility for power, but don't really want to do that now. I don't really want to be in this world anymore. Spent enough hours on this world. Spent 109 for YouTube, which I done a lot in, but there are so many enemies here. It's not even funny. It takes so long to get through these guys. Got the same problem in my other world as well, but that's a thing I'm going to deal with later with some better stuff like tanks and explosives. And mostly better explosives and bigger explosives. Like nukes! Yeah, nukes. I need to set up the nuke production now that I think about it. Let's see, what is the production speed for these? 140%? And how many do I have here? 40 pieces. Okay. That's a lot. That's a metric crap ton of green circuits. And I am filling in a total of 1, 2, 3 rows of green circuits for 40. So 1 per row per 12 more or less, or per 13 machines. My god. A belt supplies 40 per second, and a green circuit or a processing unit uses 40 per 10 seconds. So with the speed at normal, so the speed at 1, this machine uses a quarter of a belt, uses per 10 seconds or 6 per minute. Yeah, and then the problems come because I can't really calculate it from the top of my head anymore. Well, I did calculate this correctly, I think. If I just empty this chest partially, let this thing just work completely. This stack filter inserter can't even keep up. Oh, it can. Just took some time. Yeah, this one completely empties out the green circuit belt after 6 machines. Wow. Who was buzzing my phone? It is my girlfriend. Okay. Do I want to do this the same? So these have a production speed of 3, which is double the amount of a normal machine. So with a normal, you can supply 6 machines with 1 belt. And hello to Christmas Eve. Welcome. What's in mine? Stop it. Stop it, girlfriend. Okay, that should postpone everything. They said I was streaming. Okay, get rid of those. Let's see, what do I need here? Well, here I don't need anything. I need more low density structures, to be honest. I don't really want to do that in this world. So I need 12 machines. I can run 12 machines on 1 belt, blue belt of green circuits in this base. Okay, so that's the thing I need to do in my other base as well then. Or I'm going to also beacon the hell out of that base. So yeah, this is the hello and welcome to Emmakeen with a very interesting last name. Otai Putimus. I'm gonna stick to your front name. Emakai. Emakeen. My god. Words, yep. Words. This is my Let's Play world, which I finished, and I'm just visiting here to look at some designs, mostly for the blue circuits. Because I want to replicate this in my new world, and in this world I spent 109 hours in total. And the name is made up, don't worry about it, but it's a nice name. That's one thing I have to say about it. But I'm not going to continue, but I'm just copying some designs. And I'm mostly looking at the blue circuits because, well, that's going to be a big hurdle normally. But also, one of the biggest things is probably going to be steel and copper for the low-density structures, which I'm not producing enough here. This was a rocket per minute base, or supposed to be. It's a rocket per 2-minute base, or per 3, because I did something wrong. Actually, am I launching the rockets at the moment? Yes, I am. Okay. So this time stays up to date. Yeah, the problem here is I didn't have enough production for these. I needed more iron, more steel. So I've got 2 steel belts here. I needed 4, more or less. Which is a buttload more iron. I don't really think I can... Well, I actually can supply that amount of iron. That's not a problem. I think my mines can't really keep up at that point. Well, I do have a lot of them, so maybe I could have. No clue. But let's go back to my other base. The base I was actually working on, which is this one. Amkin says, I think it is the animation. You need 2 silos to have a rocket per minute, I think. Yeah, that's a part of the problem. The other problem is they didn't have enough low-density structures. I set everything up, calculated everything, but I was off. My low-density structure count was off by 2, a factor of 2. So I needed just more low-density structures. And apparently, a single rocket silo can keep up just enough. If you have it full beaconed up and moduled with productivity. But it was an interesting test at least. But for now... Oh, I didn't want to do that, by the way. Hi, robots. Bye, robots. Sorry, robots. Here, let me help you get in there. Whee! Oh, wait. Where are they? Did I put them away? Well, something happened with them. They're gone. Okay, so this is my current base. It has kind of the same design. I just upgraded these. I just built this. But this is a world I am not streaming from normally. This is my single player world, which I am going to play mostly solo. But I am playing it here because I'd like to know. Like to do some Factorio instead of Slime Rancher, for example. I know more about Slime Rancher than this. Oh, that's no problem. I know a lot of this game. Or a lot about this game. At the moment, I am just, well, seeing for what I want to do and what I want to... Where I want to space things. I think I want this space here to produce all my resources. Maybe go to the left here to produce everything for the rockets. But first, this first coal mine. This is my spawn point right over here. This coal mine needs to go. So I am actually thinking about maybe claiming this coal mine or coal area here first. Before I start working on it. And this one is a little bit smaller. Don't really need a second one. Yeah, let me get everything ready for a train. And let's also dump these then. What don't I need as well? Don't need those, don't need those. Don't need a second stack of those. I need now some more iron. Robots bring me stuff. I don't need more buffer chests. Come on, robots. Gimme steel. Hey. Don't charge, give me steel first. There we go. That's 4 cars, 2 trains, and some coal. Nice. Okay, let's place this one at the buffer station. And also let's get in my train, my farrel, fully automated rail layer to get working. Let's keep the train here. And this is 2 iron trains. The copper goes here. This is the coal station, I think. Coal buffer, yes. Let's put the train down. There we go. This is going to be the coal train. And this one can have some fuel. There we go. Oh, wait. I completely fueled that wrong. 1 stick each, please. And when needed, this one can get some coal. But first, we are going to make another base. Let's go to Uranium 1. Let's have some automated automated running going of the trains. Why not? So how are you guys doing in the chat? I am a little bit on the tired side. I worked today, worked 8 hours, so yeah, it might not be as sharp as normally as I was last week in the weekends when I did Slime Rancher and other streams. It is also a lot hotter here than last week, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. If this is a test for me to see how this goes, if it doesn't go well, I will actually not stream anymore in the week, and I will keep streaming at the ends of the week. But we'll see about that. That's the thing I'm not going to worry about now. This is the wrong station. Where's my station? This is the station. There we go. Is this modded? There are a few mods. This one, the firewall, is a modded item. But that's, I think, the only modded item in this playthrough. I think I'm going to make the station here. I want to be able to turn then from here to the other side. Let's see what kind of spacing we need. Something like that. So the station is going to be on this line, on the bottom side of the coal. There we go. That's the place. Yeah, so this game is mostly vanilla except for the firewall, because the firewall is epic and I can't live without it, technically. Let's see, I need a station. Give me a station. And we finished robots. Let's just stop the production from science for now, because we are running low on red circuits in the normal production, and I need a buttload of the speed module ones, mostly for modules. So let's just produce some more modules, because that's the thing I really need for the new base. I need a buttload of speed and productivity, and I want to have them producing at once, except for later when needed. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. First off, let's clear some terrain. Let's clear all the trees here from the area for the coal. Looks like we need to bash through a forest. Luckily we have robots. And that should be it. And otherwise we have rockets, which we can't fire because we don't really have a valid target apparently. Ah, dang it. Oh well. Then we'll just fire. Or just wait for the robots to clear the area. Also, they can directly, we can already start actually with creating the mines itself. Let's put this one down and this line going down. And we'll start over here. And let's just place everything down here slowly and work everything to the bottom. And we'll run out of supplies anytime soon, and we'll just refuel from the firewall itself, because the firewall is made for that purpose. I don't think I have enough belts, by the way. We'll see. If we don't have enough belts, we'll run back to base and come over here again. That's the end of that side. Luckily, these mines are built very quickly when you have robots. I really, in this playthrough, worked my butt off towards the robots because I didn't have them and I needed to expand. And with the last dwindling amount of resources I had, which was mostly copper and iron from the mine I had literally right over here, and this side of the mine, this is all that is left. I've made myself enough robots to get out and get exploring, more or less. That was a pain, a big pain in the ass. Okay, let's get some mines. Let's get all the belts. Let's get all the power poles. Let's get some more mines. And now let's place everything down. Well, I guess not everything, but as much as we can. Christmas asks if or hopes that I don't play FPS shooters, and I don't. I don't like them. Just like you, apparently. No, I am. Well, there are a couple of them I like. I like some arcade shooters. but most of them are not arcade and way too realistic for my being to shoot. What I do like for a shooter is something like, well, I just saw some Team Fortress from someone. That's a game I like because it's silly. It's a silly game. But games like, for example, PUBG or the Call of Duty series, that's really way too realistic for me. I don't like those games. But it's a personal opinion. You can have different ones, of course. I don't mind. I just don't watch them. Well, that's not true, actually. I do watch them from a few people because I like the way they play games and they do silly while playing the game. But technically, I shouldn't watch them because I don't like shooters. But that's always a big part of the conversation, I guess, about games. Okay, cleaning up a few mines on the outside because they normally don't really work for long. And let's save some resources for the later mines. I guess it doesn't really matter on the amount I'm using here, but still, it's a thing I do. Apparently I missed some mines here. Let's place down a couple more. Those 3 need to be there, the rest doesn't need to. And I missed some stuff here, which I knew. But I wanted to place down most of them first. And I guess we're just going to do more or less this. There we go. But yeah, Factorio is just a resource management. You do need to kill aliens if you want to expand. And that's a thing I kind of don't like. But it does keep the game interesting having that element in the game. So I know you can play without the aliens, but I do like playing with the aliens for the little bit of a challenge. Make sure you have your base built correctly. And it looks like we actually had enough belts. We've got 91 left. Huh. Interesting. I really didn't expect that. Okay, let's go around and place one radar on the other side. So I've got a view about the area. And I should have a radar at the station already. So now we have a good amount of view here when the mine is turned on. This is a nice amount of copper, which I am probably not getting. Because at the moment I've got 2 copper mines, one with 6 million, one with 2.5 million still in reserves. And there are a couple of big mines more or less here, here and here, which are a lot easier to get. Well, technically it isn't, because this one is already available. This is a big one, 21 million, here one with 4.1 million. But I will get them when I need to. I don't really need copper now. I need coal because my own coal resources I'm going to stop getting pretty soon. And also, actually, at the moment, I should not have any steam engines running anymore. Yeah, because they have run out of power. And apparently, I lost the gun somewhere. I guess I need to go to copper 1 or iron 1, copper 2 or iron 1 pretty soon to fix up my gun emplacements. Or my laser turrets, actually. Emmekins says there should be a mod that allows you to just spread the miners without this nonsense of where you have to put a few blueprints in and clean the bit up. There is a mod like that. It is called something like Auto Expansion. I know there is an expansion mod which has robots just doing it for you. But this is the type of game or the type of gameplay which gets repetitive, which doesn't really need to be there at some point because you have done it 100 times already. But still, it is relaxing to go out and do some other things except for just sitting in your base or killing aliens. Because aliens is actually the thing I really want to do without if I can strip one thing of the game. But aliens is still part of the game and you choose to have them, so yeah. Or there should be late game research to do that. There is research for that is within the mods, but not in the base game. And I don't think they will put it in the base game because then the game has a real good possibility of getting unbalanced and boring in the end. And mostly the game is about the resource management, getting everything together for your rockets and then maybe pushing your rocket production so far as you can. And if you strip the resource gathering from that point, the gameplay cycle gets really boring suddenly. And that's the reason that while they probably won't do that in the base game at any point, I think. If it makes sense to you, that is. I just relevated this on the spot. I haven't thought about this, but if I was a game developer, I might not do that because of that reason. Might be a silly one. I have no clue if that's really the truth, but that would be my reason. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outputs. That's just one too much. Oh, that is less than well, better than I expected. Guess we're going to combine these two then, and this one will go separately to the station. There we go. Place down a buttload of iron, or more or less belts. The amount of iron that goes into these belts is unbelievable, actually, if you think about this. Oh, and actually, that wasn't really such far off. Okay, also another gameplay I'd like to do is the Bob's Angels mod. That is one thing I'm also really interested in, because of the complexity of the production chain itself. Just that. Just the Bob's Angels and then just the base game itself. That would be very interesting. Would be way too complex for normal players, but for people who understand the game, it would be a nice challenge. Okay, so that's the coal mine going. I don't really think we need turrets here. So I don't think I'm going to place them, and otherwise I have to run over here and get them. Let's start the mine up, and then let's set the station up itself. Where's the station? Here it is. Let's call this coal 1. And then go to the train. This is the coal train. You will go to coal 1. Wait until inventory full. Then you will go to buffer coal 1. You're going to time past 0 seconds. And then you're going to Home Depot until inventory empty. And you will automatically go there. And apparently you may not go because the storage is full for coal. So we don't really need the train yet, but it's there when we need them. Oh, and I'm forgetting something. Okay, on the way back we'll stop the train because I forgot some signals. Emmeken says, for me, the super late game is mostly about keeping everything running and slowly rebuilding and rebuilding and expanding. Yeah, then it really gets repetitive, the gameplay loop. But yeah, then you might need something else. I think there is a mod which gives you interstellar research, or lets you kind of make, or I think it was also something called SpaceX, which makes the end game a lot more intensive because of the amount of resource you will need to gather for the research, which might then be an interesting mod. But I don't think just expanding on the resources. When you go further out, the resources get more. But maybe the infinite ore mod, which will let you get infinite ore the more infinite ore the farther you get from your base. That mod might then be a good balance of the two, so to say. So for once you don't really have to get out to get more resources because you get infinite resources at some point, but the amount of infinite resources you get depends on the amount of mines you have. That would be a nice balance, maybe. I'm not sure though. Might be. I really need to get rid of all the wood. And look at all the robots fly. There are at the moment about 3,000 here flying around. And I had a peak. We got a total of 4,889 at the moment. I had one moment when these two were emptying out, and this one was emptying out when I got almost to 0 robots available. And at that point, there automatically will be created more robots, of course. Yeah, I need to go there. Are you going to copper 2? Yep, manually. I need to get into you and travel with you. Do I have the guns? I do have the guns. We're going to buff up that station a little bit. After this game, I might actually go full Bob's Angels and figure out how that works. I was thinking about going to the island, the survival island kind of game mode you have for Bob's Angels. But don't think I must do that because I don't have any experiences with Bobs and Angels, so that might be way too hard for me to get into. Would be a nice challenge though, but I don't really have the patience to get into that, I guess. We can get 4 and then a power pole at the end. And now we have buffed up this security outpost. You mean C block? Yeah, that's the one. C block. That one really looked interesting. I saw a playthrough from Z-Style, and my god, the stuff he built. Beautiful! Beautiful architecture, beautiful designs. Oh my god. It was epic. Suddenly, or sadly enough, it ended. It's really sad that that one ended, actually. But there was nothing to do more in that game, so I'm glad he ended it, because going into the game when there was nothing left to do would actually be silly. And as a YouTuber, I can understand his purpose of ending series. Oh, let's see how these guys do. Oh, wait, wrong one. I want to see it then charge. Actually, I think I'm going to destroy that base because that one is quite close. Should have enough resources. What I should do is... Do I have the rest of my shields on me? Or I put a laser defense? No, I don't. Okay, dang it. Fire the rockets! There we go. That's that one gone. Spread some fire. Because they like fire. Or actually, they don't like fire. Damn aliens. Rockets away! I don't have nuke yet. That's the next thing on my list of stuff to get. Oh wow, that was a good one. Killed a lot of them. I should have brought my tank with me. I think I actually have my tank on me. Yeah, and some bullets. I could have gone into my tank. I don't have a lot of rounds though. There we go. Kill, destroy. Oh wait, might not want to burn that forest. Let's just keep the last one alive then. Hey, you guys, get over here. You're going to crash into my turrets. The never-ending cycle of changing or of chasing perfection. Yeah. Wow. The moment Azisto, for the guys who don't follow Azisto, he tried to make a perfect grid for his power with substations Mark IIIs, and he wasn't able to get it for a long time, and his power grid was such a mess. But at some point, he got them. And then he made the perfect grid, and it was beautiful. It was such a beautiful sight. It was kind of sad though, because I did like the messiness of his power system. If you look at my power lines, they are quite nice. I like this grid. I like the way I set this up. This is a little messy over here. That's because I've got some inserters from some different sites. And apparently the coal needs to go into the base. But stuff like here, just trying to get this lined up perfectly it's a challenge. I like to do that without replacing all the lines and power lines. I'd like to try them to make them like this, or this, or this, or this. This is also perfect actually. Well, this is a little janky, but it's because of the inserters, which they need. Oh wow! Oh, that's not good. Why are you not emptying out? Are you full? You are not requesting enough. You should always be full. There we go. Because otherwise the nuclear reactor can shut down, and that's not a good idea. Hot, 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 hot. Hot, hot. I got a problem though here. I have too much uranium. You can still activate because it's not at the 30k yet. We have 18k of the green stuff and 98k of this. You can activate at 98. You know what? You're going to 95. I've got a storage of maximum of 100,800. Uranium 235, 238, and if that one reaches the maximum, I won't be able to create any more, or I can't really empty out these anymore at this point. And I don't think this one is quick enough for the amount I'm producing at the moment. So we need more. I think I'm going to just do that like this. For now. And then I also need another roboport right about here. And I will need power for these guys. It's going to be messy. I did this technically wrong. Oh well. Guess we're going to do something like that. Hey, you don't have any power. Do you now? Yeah, you do. Okay, good. They should be running again. Or at least all of them. Maybe I should put a buffer chest with a buttload of these in. But at the moment, this should be fine. And apparently, I still need another roboport. Okay, that's better. That much better. That should keep the nuclear reactor going. I really don't need 2 gigawatts of power. If I have half of these available, it's more than enough at the moment. But well, I'm going to expand, and I think when I'm done expanding, I need another nuclear reactor like this. So I guess I might as well keep the big one. Okay, so we can now stop producing coal. Let's do that. Let's remove it all. Now the only thing I need to keep in mind is that my generator here, my old steam powered one, is not running at the moment. That one has been shut down because it has a lack of coal at the moment. But that should be fine in the end. There we go. That's a lot of extra coal going into storage. How much coal do we have into storage? 28,000. That is a good amount. We can store about 50,000, I think. So these things are going to be full. Lure. With the coal. No, they can store 38,000. So the coal is going to be full. Everything is going to the buffer and everything going here. And that is mostly production for the plastic. So, okay, we now have the space. Oh, and apparently I don't have the expensive robotic network to actually empty everything out. Let's do it ourselves then. It looks like we disconnected one power line here. We still have one connection. I do like my redundancy. So I'm going to replace this one. There we go. That's a second line going from my power to the base. I need actually a third one over here, just to make sure that if I break the line, it isn't going to be destroyed, or my whole base won't be without power. So this is a lot of coal still here. How much is it? 5 million. Well, we've got 25 million here. Should be more than sufficient at the moment, and apparently I'm missing a robot. Okay, so let's see. How am I going to do this? Well, I am going to start with something like this. That's one thing I know. But what amount of belts do I need? I have no clue. How many blue circuits do I want? Do I want the same amount as I had at my other Factorio base? Which means I need a lot. I think I need to make my base kind of backwards. So I think I need some templates. There is some space down here. So I think I'm going to, or am I going to do that? I'm going to do that here. This is a nice amount of space for me. It's a little bit enclosed, but should be fine. I need a template. I need to make a rocket per minute. Or I want to make a rocket per minute. Clear out the trees. Haha, they're all for me. Now there will be some logistic robots coming here to pick everything up. Okay, so let's see. Let's divide everything by 10 because then it's easier to see. We need 60 in total, normally. Let's see. Normally we will need, for the rockets, 60 of these. 60 of these and 60 of these. Oh, dang it. Okay, now with productivity modules, and now I need my productivity modules back. Let's gotta grab some modules for ourselves. Here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1 from there. Now to get perfection you need some time, and this will take some time. These things are not all running, by the way. I don't think they even can't be running because the oil can't keep up when it's going full blast. And my whole oil system is full at the moment. I really would like to get some rocket fuel going. Then at least these things can create again. Okay, so we need 60 rocket fuel, 60 rocket control modules, and 60 low density structures per minute to be able to create a rocket per minute. Now, because of productivity modules, we will need 40% less. So we can start by doing this. Now these things cannot have, oh, can have productivity modules. So these will create more. Okay, but if we beacon this up, do I have beacons? No, I don't have beacons. Can I make a couple? Yeah. Copper wire? Really? Ah, copper wire. Copper cable, electronic circuits, red circuits, steel. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Let's see. So this is a 40% production, but an enormous decrease in speed. Now, how much speed do we get if we get all the beacons? Now, we need to wait for the beacons to be there, but let's just see what we will need for... Well, I'm not really that concerned about the rocket fuel, because rocket fuel is just more solid fuel, and that means just more light oil. And light oil is not something I'm really worried about. So let's remove these for now. I'm not really looking at those. I'm also not looking at the low density structures at the moment, because that is just plain iron, copper, steel, and plastic. And that's also not really an interesting thing. These are the most annoying things. The processing units. How many processing units do I need is my question. Well, if I need 1 or 40 per minute, I need a note block here to write some stuff down. Does this pen work? No, it doesn't. Dang it. Does this other pen work? This works. Okay. We need 40 processing units per minute, rocket control units per minute. So that means we also need 40 processing units per minute, 40 red circuits and 40 green circuits, because the green and red circuits are technically the speed modules. But first let's look at the blue ones, because for the blue ones we need also red and green ones. So for the 40, yeah, then we need 40 of those. The only thing then is the question, how many machines do you need? But that's a different question. But that's one of the questions, is how much do we need for 40 blue circuits? So for these, we need the same amount of blue circuits. Okay, so that's an easy calculation. And also for this one, then we need 40. Oh, dang it. 40 reds and 40 greens. No, that's not true. We need 40 speed module 1s. And for the speed module 1s, you need 5 and 5. So for the 40, okay, let's see. Blue. I spoke Dutch there. Red and green. I'm calculating now on paper as well to make sure I don't miss anything. So we need 5 for the basic steps. Okay, for the basic we need 5, and that's times 40 actually. So that's 200 reds and 200 greens per minute. So we need 40 blues, 200 reds and 200 greens for these things. Now the question is, how many do we need for these? If we need 40, we need it times 20 or times 2 the amount of red circuits, which is 80 red circuits. Or 40 times 2 for my calculations. And we need 20 times 40 green circuits, which is 20 times 40. That's 8,000 or 800. I think it's 800. Let me calculate it on a calculator. 20 times 40. I do want to keep this correct per minute. Yeah, okay. Now for the red ones, we also need green circuits. And for the red ones, we need 2. So for the red ones is 80. And that is times 2 electronic circuits is 160 also per minute. So if my calculations are correct, we need a total of 1160 green circuits per minute. Now that is the thing that is the interesting one. Now I don't really know for sure if that's correct. I think it is, but I'm not really sure. So we need 1160. We need 280. And I know this is kind of boring gameplay because it isn't gameplay, it's just looking at some numbers and me just speaking out loud. But this is important if you want to make a rocket per minute base, and I'd like to still try that. Okay, so I now know what I need for these. So if I visualize this, I need 28 red circuits and a stupid amount of blue circuits. My god, I can't really even show that here. I can show that in belts actually. That might be easier. Okay, I need 4T. Let's see. Red circuits, green circuits. How much does a belt move per minute? Which is 40 times 60. 2400. That is even too much. 13. Huh, that's... well, this actually would be, I guess, better. What is 13.3 times 60? 700 and something. Yeah. Okay, so we need 28 pieces of belt here. That's not even true. Okay, we need just one full belt. Or let's see, say half a belt of green circuits. And a quarter of a belt, which is full belt, half a belt, quarter of a belt of red circuits. That's not even true. We need a tenth of that amount. Oh well. Okay, but at least I've got the numbers down. So 280. I can actually just set it in a combinator. Red is 280. Green is 1160. Now I've got it here. 1.1, well 1.2 technically. Okay, well, let's at least know something. I don't know how I feel about Factorio. Factorio is the base game, it's interesting. It's a little bit of a logistic game. But in the late game, if you really want to, well, calculate everything correctly, normally I do this off camera, but, well, I need to do this anyway, so why not do it here? Because I am streaming, and yeah, it might not be the best content. But I still want to do this, and yeah, I'm sorry, but I need to figure this out before I start building. I'm going to build pretty soon, I guess in about 10 minutes, but well, we can actually start building now, because we got this, we got the amount we need. So I can start building technically. Now I need to figure out what my layout will be. First off, gotta make a green circuit smeltery. And turn it into red and blue circuits. And there's a train. I need some smelteries though. Oh, the train is going the other way. Was the one oil train that goes the different direction. And I waited for it on the way it didn't go. Hi. I need 2 of you. 100 smelteries. We will need a buttload more, but for now it should be enough. You spread those out over the different kinds of machines, please. Got a buttload of them. Just spread them out. There you go. Better. Now at least all the machines are working. Oh my god. Dang robots. Let's see. We need to clear this first. I think the quickest way to do that is just burning it down. That at least saves on some of the wood gathering. There's one burn first. I need to burn another one there. Burn, you first, burn! This might not burn because it's too spread out, but we'll see. At least I tried. Okay, the blue circuit smeltery, or the green circuit smeltery, will be one of you. Then one of you. And another one of you. And then a few space in between. And another one of you. With 2 belts in between. And another belt here. Then the one is gonna have iron. And the other is gonna have copper. Oh no, this is going to be the output line, right? Yeah, so I need another belt over here. It's going to be kind of the same green smelter factory from my last series. There we go. Need some power lines somewhere to power everything up. Guess I'm going to place them like that. That's the nicest way of placing them. Okay, then you in there, you in there. Small one there, small one there. You over there. You over there. There's going to be another one of this section over at the other side, because I want to make them 2 by 2. You are going to make the green circuits with 4 of you in, and you are going to make those with 3 of you in. And that's a ratio which I was comfortable with in my other playthrough. And you're going to do like that, and you're going to do like that. And that is the base for the input, base for the system. Now you need to be copied over to the other side, together with your inserters. And the modules in you as well. There we go. So this is the basic system of a green circuit smeltery. Now we can have 8 of these for a full blue belt. That's 1. Let's see, let's get rid of some of the belts here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was it 6? Was it 8? I need to check that. Was it 6? Was it 8? Was it 6 or was it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was 8. Okay. Seven and 8. There we go. And apparently there are some robots coming from the other side. Okay. I don't mind. Save some resources for me. Okay, so this supplies half a belt of green circuits. I'm going to remove this because I need a second one eventually. Or I just need need to not make it there. The question is where though? I think I'm gonna start this about here. And one going there, and one going there. We actually hit a tree there. Get rid of all them. At least we have some less trees here because we burned a couple of them down, but still there are a lot left. So except for the direction of the belts, this is going to be the first green circuit smelting area. Now, we needed 1 belt for the blue circuits. Or for this whole section. We needed 1160. Now this one is made to make 2400. If I was correctly. If not, I need to be stand corrected. And I hope I won't, but I will probably need to be stand corrected. But anyway, do I need more? I don't think so. And that's the issue. I'm not really sure I need to. Dang it! I placed it off by 1. No! I placed this one off by 1. It needs to be 1 higher. No, it's not. It's not straight. It's crooked. It's crooked. No. Sorry, guys. We need to move it all 1 up. Oh, that's stupid. Let me actually help the robots a little bit. I need some general storage. This is not the first time I'm gonna make that mistake. I'm quite sure. Let's be prepared. Okay, that's better. Now it's at least some straight lines. Okay, so this is one, technically. Now we need to rotate all these. Okay, all the belts are now going the right direction. What I am going to do, though, I think I'm going to make this double. Then I at least know for sure I have enough green circuits. At least at the start. Might even make more of these, but for now 2 should be enough. So this will result in 2 belts of green circuits. There we go. And now we only need a buttload of modules, which we probably are short of. Yep, a buttload of modules short. And apparently also with fast inserters. Why don't we have those? Or are they still bringing it? I guess they are. Now what I probably will need to do is place down some more robot ports. Now there goes the first. Good, that's 1. Or actually that's 4. Okay, so this should be 4800 green circuits. Which I think is double the production which we have now in total. I don't think we're creating actually a lot of them for at the moment. Just 4000 per minute, that's not much. I think the most of them are being created here still. Oh no. We're not short on blues, we're short on reds as usual. Yeah, now this whole system here can keep up. But not if we have the science running. Then these and these are pulling too many red circuits, so these are starved. Yep, I need more red circuits. If we want science going. Which means I need another belt of these. And then maybe just teleport them in here directly. But that's for another time. Okay, so this is the amount of stuff we need for the green circuits. Now these need to go directly into blue ones, mostly. And we need some for reds as well. Now, I'm not really sure why I want to produce those. I think I want just the normal production area, like here. Maybe the one with modules in though, maybe this one. And we need 2800. So how many will you produce per minute? You are producing one every 1.3 seconds, and every 6 seconds you should create one. Sure, you are creating, instead of 10 per minute, about 13 per minute. 30% more. actually also 30% above that because you have a productivity bonus, which means you are producing about 16 per minute. So, while we need 280 divided by 16 is about 17 machines. Say we need 20 machines. How many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 12, this is 18 machines. This should be enough. Now that's interesting. So this should be enough for the blue circuits and for the speed modules, which we need for the rocket control units. Huh. That's a lot less than I expected. I expected something like this. But this does produce way too many. How many blue circuits are we creating here? We need a total of 40 per minute. Which is, these guys produce one every, or has a production speed of 1.25. We need 10, or we produce one every 10 seconds, so 6 per minute, plus 25% is 7.5 per minute. So if you need 40, divided by 7.5 per minute, is we need 5 machines. These should be producing enough. We have at the moment 120 per minute, and we need 40, which is more than enough. So technically we are producing enough of these, and even almost enough speed modules. No, that's not the speed modules. We are producing 80 speed modules per minute, which is enough. We are producing here in this base enough to supply the rocket per minute, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Also, we are at 800 red circuits, and we are at 4K. We are even producing enough green circuits for one rocket per minute. My god, why couldn't I produce this then? Well, apparently I was losing on the amount I produced for the low density structures, so that's the next calculation we need to do. I should split this up into episodes, shouldn't I? And try to explain this a little easier. But yeah, our production here is now mostly going into modules, and that just can't keep up. That means that the amount of stuff you need for modules is much more than you need for normal production of rockets and science, which is weird. But yeah, this should be enough for the rockets. So we're going to keep this here and not lock this in yet. Also, apparently we did have enough modules. How many do we have stored now? 3. Wow, that's not much. And 370 something. Could be that there are a couple of them in storage. I can't see that with the map open. Can I close the map? Interface. Show me new map. Interface. Show me new map. Back. Okay. Map. I want the minimap open, but for now I need to see what's in storage. I do not see any red modules there. Still a buttload of gray science there. I am not sure what to do about that. And I'm singing in the rain. Okay, but well, this is this. Let's go for the next thing. Next thing is low density structures. Low density structures is well, we still need 40 low density. And for that we need 5 copper, 10 steel, and well, that is 40 times 40 times is 200 copper, which is less, which is really a amount of pocket change. We really don't, that isn't really that many, but we also need 400 steel, and then plastic we need 5, which is just an amount of coal, and that is 5 coal. Not even less, 2.5 coal, because we produce 2 per. Low density is 5. Yeah, okay. For 400 steel, we will need an amount of how much iron? It's 5 per. So times 5 is 2000 iron. Now that is a lot. That is a lot. That is one full belt of iron. Wait, how much am I producing at the moment? Of steel. Steel. 64. Steel is not going normally. No, steel is really not running at any pace at all. I need to set a benchmark. How much steel am I producing at the moment? My steel smelting is not moduled. So let's just see what happens if we do... Well, that will work. If we do this. I'll place them all down. First we need... Oh, they're all going in there. That's... Well, doesn't really matter. They can produce 100 iron in its internal buffer, so this should be a nice check. And hello to Lewis Connor. Welcome. Doing some Factorio today. I'd like to do a little bit of benchmark of my own steel production here. This is a world which is normally I play as a single player world, but I wanted to do the stream and see how it goes and see how the evening streams go. I am liking the evening streams for now. I am doing better than I actually expected. If you look at the amount of energy I actually have. But, well, we'll see how it goes. Not sure if I'm going to stream again this late in the evening after I worked. But that's a thing we're going to check later. It's a thing I'm going to decide later. I'm still getting back into YouTube, and I still have not decided if I even continue on or not. This is a world which has 70 hours at the moment played in, together with the hour we spent here today, and I'm working towards rocket production. I just made myself a green circuit smeltery. I calculated what I need for the rocket control modules, and now I will need other stuff as well. Next one is steel, and I need to know how much steel I can produce with these four to make sure I can produce enough. I need to smelt 200 iron into steel, and I think this one area here should be enough, but we're going to check that in a moment. And I see that Christmas is going because he doesn't really like the game. I'm sorry to hear that, but well, I hope to see you in another stream. This is also a game I like a lot. Not really sure I'm going to stream this though, but I'm just doing some tests and we'll see how it goes. There we go, all the smelteries back, and we should see a nice amount of steel being produced. Now this number needs to be on 800. If it's above 800, we have enough of a production here. We need 400. If we have enough of production here, then I know for certain we can produce it. And we are at 500 at the moment already. Hello to Luna, welcome. What are you doing there? You're at work. Sorry that I'm not responding to your messages. I am still streaming for about 30 minutes, I think. Okay, these guys have an internal buffer of 100 steel. So we should get a nice benchmark here. At least for a minute. I want to know how much I can produce per minute. If this is above 400, which it looks like it's going towards, I have enough iron here that I can produce a rocket per minute. Sorry, Luna. No, you're my girlfriend, but you shouldn't be so obsessive. She's not an obsessive girlfriend. I'm just messing with her. Looks like we do have enough steel production here. Looks like we are at 500 at the moment. Looks like it's going to balance out about a 500 there. That means I need 2 of these systems, and these are not even moduled. So should I module these? Well, I don't think so. Modules cost a buttload more energy. If we would module these, and let's request some of the speed ones. They will produce, have a 50% speed boost, but will produce 140 times or 70% the energy, which means it's going to go a lot bad, a lot more energy what we need, which other kinds of things. And my words are not working. We need more energy than we need space, and we have the space and the machines, but the modules we don't. So I guess we're going to only use steel smelting like we have here. We can always module it if we need more, but I don't think we do. But this is enough, apparently. We are now at a production of, per minute, still about 490. So this is enough. We can just copy this over, I guess. And I see a question. And the question is, where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? I'm from Holland, the Netherlands. The Lowlands. Well, yeah, Lowlands. But that's also a festival here, which is in 2 weeks, if I remember correctly. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm a proud to be Dutch man. So, okay, this is the 2 steel smelteries we need. They are a little bit longer than the green circuit smelting, the situations here. But it shouldn't really be a problem. Now, there should be about a buttload of robots coming. About 600 robots are flying here at this right point. And I thought you had a bit of a Dutch accent. Ah, well, then you are correct. I don't have such a I don't have as bad as an accent as some of my fellow Dutchmen have. But yeah, I still have one. You have a Dutch friend from Holland and you recognize the accent. Yeah, then you're done. And then I can't even pretend to be something else. Well, I could, but I can do a little... No, I can't. I can do a little bit of an English accent. But even that I am not really doing correctly, I think. It's so bad. Oh well. My accents are really bad. Are you overlapping? Yeah, quite far actually. Removing you, moving you to here. Wait, where was it? There. There we go. That's better. Now everything is powered. Heh, silly Linwood. Yeah, me and my accents. They are really bad. I really can't do accents correctly. You are going to be quite full. Can I grab you? Ah, you're already in. Okay, so that's the amount of copper or amount of steel I need. Next one is iron. No, sorry, copper. Copper is quite easy. That's one of these. Without the modules. So let me just get one without modules. I don't have any without modules. Dang it. Well then, let me just make one, because that's quite easy. It would be easy if you would have the resources. I don't have the resources or the machines. You know what? Let's do it like this. You can copy this blueprint here and add some belts. Then we're done. This one is in the way. You can go over here. You're a secondary power line. You need to be in place at any time. There we go. You can go there. With a belt left, belt right, and then we are done. Not completely, because you still need a power line. You don't have power. You can have power line over here and over there. Now I'm gonna copy you over a couple of times until we have enough. And that is right when I place one other down. But I'm going to place a couple of more, of course. No! You gotta be kidding me. I placed this one too high. Dang it, now I need to move them all down. Oh, dang it. Okay, let's first place all these down. Then we're going to remove them and place them again. It's not lined up correctly. Damn it. And Luna, that you are online from your work, that means it has to be very quiet at your work because you're working as a cashier at the moment, if I remember correctly. Otherwise, I'm even a more horrible boyfriend with not even responding to your text, but not even know your work schedule. Okay, you all, be gone. And be placed now at the right location. There come all the robots. They hopefully can go into storage here and not all the way to here or here. Looks like they are. Amount of inserters is amazing. Oh my god, I don't really have that many stored normally. Okay, well, those robots will need some time to fly around. Why don't they take belts from here? Why do they take belts from here when there is belts here? Huh. Oh well. I'll use them at some point. Okay, there we go. So that's copper or steel and copper. And that's the amount we need. The next thing we need is oil for the rockets. And then we need some rests to make the satellite. For the satellite we need 100, 100 more low density. Oh dang it, we need then 140 per minute instead of... Ah, there was my problem. We don't need 40 low density structures for the rocket. We need 140 per minute because we also need it for the satellite. That was my problem. So we need a 1 before that number. So that means, let me just do the recalculation of everything. We don't need 50 copper. Let me get my calculator again. We don't need 40 times 5 copper. We need 140 times 5 copper. And that's way too much. 140 times 5 is 700 instead of 200. We don't need 400 steel. And now the big problem arises. 140 times 10 is 1400 instead of 400 steel. That means we don't need 2000 iron. We need 1400 times 5. We need, instead of 2000 iron, we need 7000 iron. Now that was the problem. That was the reason I need that many resources. Okay, do we need... Okay, the other is rocket fuel. That I'm not really worried about. Solar panels and accumulators do also use a buttload of resources, but also the amount of processing units needed, the 100 there, that is going to be a problem now. Because then we don't need 1600 green circuits. We need, let me just do the calculations really quick. We need 140 blue. Means a 1 over there, which means a 1 over there, which is a 1 over there. Oh, what? Let's see. Oh my god, I don't really like those numbers already, and I'm not even put them down yet. Okay, calculator, please let me know what 114 times 5 is. That is 700. Oh, thank you. I already saw that. Okay, let's see. I think I can do this. I can't really write on my paper anymore. It's too full. Okay, so we need 100 extra, which is 5 times 100 is 500 more red circuits. And we need 500 more green circuits. For the 100 blue circuits, we need 200 reds, and we need 100 times 200 is 2000 greens. Now there is the big number, so I was searching for. And for the 200 reds, we need 400 extra greens. So it means we need 700 extra red circuits and 2,900 extra green circuits, which brings the total, instead of the original 1,600, which I thought, at 4,060 green circuits. And 980 red circuits. And 140 blues. Now, there is my big number. That is 2 full belts of green circuits. Which is still not that many. Which I originally expected. So, 1 full belt is 2,400 red circuits. Or green circuits. This is 2 full belts of green circuits. So, we are producing enough green circuits here. Good. That's the one. Now, for the second. We need steel. Or now, this needs to be turned into red circuits, which is, well, a buttload more, but that's another calculation. Oh, sign into... Oh, I did something. I did something. Oh, I did nothing. Okay. I don't need 400 steel, which we were producing a couple of minutes ago. Oh, and still are. We are producing apparently 500 now. Well, it should be about 400, yeah. About 500 red... steel plates. We don't need 500 steel plates. We need 1,400 steel plates. So if this was 500, we can speed this up to 1,450. We need 2 of this one completely moduled steel smelteries. And something's wrong with the smeltery setup, actually. Yeah, I'm missing one line. Okay, well, this, I need to redo it anyway. So yeah, I need not 2 times this, but I need 4 times this. Or, well, let's say I don't need this amount, but I need double this amount and modules. Or I need 3 times this amount. Guess I'm going for 3 times this amount. Okay. Well, that means I need to redo everything here. I guess I'm going to rip this out and do it again. I still got the blueprint, that's good. I need to save this one and redo it. But yeah, that means I need a lot more, which means I need to recalculate everything. And I'm going to do that, I think, off camera, because you've seen me calculate enough, and I am getting tired, so I don't want to do this anymore. So yeah, this is going to be the end of my stream. Luna, I'm going to respond to your messages, finally. And, well, I hope you at least enjoyed my stream. You can see how complex the endgame of this is. And because I throw you in literally in the deep after about 70 hours of gameplay, or, yeah, almost, you can see why this is so hard. And I put this off about a couple of days because this is hard math. This is difficult to get right correctly. And I already made a couple of mistakes because I forgot the satellite. Oh well, we'll deal with it later. I am going to end this stream here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it, and I hope you subscribed it. And also, you can also ring the bell if you really want to get notified on my stuff. Next stream is, I don't know, next video will be in 2 days, because then this stream will be done rendering. And after that, I have no clue what will be happening, because I'm still figuring stuff out for the YouTubes. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope, or this stream, and I hope to see you all in another stream or episode soon. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye bye.